When can you DIY, maybe you have one sheet, a little spot, maybe a foot by a foot that you think your decking is rotted on? It's more involved than you think, because usually you're not just cutting out the 1 foot by 1 foot piece, because you have to have a span over your rafters. So it's usually a larger repair. And so if it was just cutting out the OSB piece and putting it back in, that's not too big of a deal. But we also have to put the underlayment and the shingles back on. And usually for our underlayment on any repair situation like that, we're always going to be using ice and water shield, which is an extra layer of protection compared to underlayment. But getting the shingles around there, you're going to have to get the nails out without tearing any of the shingles around it. It's more difficult than one would think. Sheathing is the roof deck. A very common piece of material that compromises the roof deck is OSB board, oriented strand board. So there you can see this is a very tall board. I'm 6 foot tall. So this is an 8 foot by 4 foot wide sheet of OSB board. Although it's easier if you have a blow off and a rotted roof deck just to replace the shingles, the likelihood of having to come back out and replace those again is very high, because if the roof deck is rotted and you put your nail through it, it's not going to hold that shingle down, and the shingles are ultimately going to blow off again. So always just do it right the first time. If it's rotted, cut out that section, maybe replace a few more shingles around there than maybe the 3 or 4 that are missing. If the water has intruded into the roof deck and caused damage or rot. And so if you have rotted decking that you need replaced, or you had a blow off, I would really advise calling a professional to come out and do the repair. Because more often than not, if you don't put those shingles back appropriately, you're going to end up back in the same position that you were in the first place, having to do the repair twice. And now you wasted time and energy doing a repair you may not be qualified to do, versus a professional contractor who could get those repairs done right the first time.